here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Om Adyaye Namaha. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing. It really helps a lot. Don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. Book your consultation today. I can help you with anything. And if you'd like more exclusive occult videos that I don't post on YouTube, consider subscribing to my Patreon. It also helps to support this channel. Okay, let's get into this video about the month of July. It's already July, it's crazy. So July 4th, I noticed that there is a potential attack on Palestine around July 4th. And this will be from foreign nations affecting self and the homelands, as Mars will conjunct its natal Ketu and Saturn is conjunct its natal Mars in the 8th house. War or natural disaster is very possible. Now, this conjunction is already happening. So I haven't checked the news of what's happening with Palestine, but maybe this is already occurring and it'll intensify around this time. Then we have the full moon on July 10th in Purva Ashada. Purva Ashada is declarations of war. It's about fanning the flames, declaring victory, aggressive acts, and heat. So there can be heat waves. It's about keeping the fires burning. This can affect the shipping industry, raw metals, raw materials, and liquids. Now, on July 9th, the US is supposed to, I think, talk about or come to a decision on trade, in the matters of trade somewhat. So this can help probably some people in trade, and then others it won't. I didn't look into it fully to see that, but I'll have a separate video about most of these transits anyways, and I'll tell you. This also is in relation to war and war on water, especially like the Navy. People doing things because they believe that they cannot lose, and they start taking risks and act spontaneously. A transformation in the matters of war in foreign countries, a risk to people through war or natural disasters is possible, directly affecting the US. Jupiter is in Ardra, showing extreme events in these areas which can affect wealth and foreign nations and also in foreign affairs, but also a change in career and reputation of the leaders is possible. This moon will be trined by Mars and Ketu, which can give us courage to win over battles. And this can be in the matters of law that require a judgment or long distance travel for spiritual pursuits or education, for example. Accidents can also happen in amusement parks or at events. Sun will be in Purnarvasu, and the sun here brings a renewal from battle in foreign lands, but there can also be a storm brewing as Jupiter is in Ardra, or that can signal some kind of change. So there can be a change and then a renewal for some. Rahu will be in the 3rd house, which is showing us still there is a dark agenda in the matters of trade, transportation, and will affect the homelands in neighboring countries. Venus is in the 6th house, showing us a conflict over resources by alliances and groups. It's in its own sign, but Venus is not prepared to fight in the 6th house. Then a really big event occurs, which is Saturn turning retrograde on July 12th. And Saturn is here to break any kind of bondage that you have in relationships, work, ego, to help us ascend. Things are starting to slow down, so we may reflect more internally and review certain matters in our lives. Saturn here gives us results when it's retrograde in an odd manner or an obsessive manner, or can be a reversal of what has already been happening. So it's going to depend on your individual chart. So if your work has been slow, it can speed up, for example, or vice versa. Saturn is career, hard work, karma, poverty, sorrow, old things and people, authority, fear, patience, justice, manual labor and service. This is in Virgo Navamsha, which makes us go over every little detail to have a set routine and analyze a particular manner in life. Some may question their profession and whether they are contributing enough to the world. This may be an illusion, as the mind can wonder and be overly critical. A positive way of self-reflection is by spiritual practice, as this is in Pisces, and meditation. Reevaluating spiritual beliefs and systems. Many will start working harder because they feel that they don't do enough. Many will want to escape and use substances to do so. Many will keep old things in their bedrooms. Saturn will teach the reality of betrayal of relationships. Betrayal is possible due to not seeing someone for who they truly are. This is a karma, Pisces. But it'll also give you the result of Aquarius, of that house, as it is retrograding. Retrograde will happen until November 27th. On July 15th, Mars will be within 3 degrees of K2, and on July 20th will make an exact conjunction with K2. This will square Trump's moon and K2 in the 4th house. Moon is the 12th house lord from his ascendant. It is a possible attack that affects his property or inner emotions, causing anger and transformation, death and rebirth. This could be in the matters of trade as well. And it will trine Ukraine's Rahu in the 1st house from the 9th house. There could be problems or attacks from foreign nations, but it can win the battle by doing something unexpectedly or foreign to how it usually handles situations. It will conjunct China's Saturn in the 8th house. There's a possible health disaster that can cause losses or something unexpected, like an attack or a weather disaster. Now, it increases heat, so there could be fires, but it can also help you advance spiritually. You could have spiritual awakenings, but it can cause very drastic or chaotic events in the world and aggression. Now, there's a possibility, and I just have to mention this. I'm not 100%. Astrology is never 100%, but I have to mention this. A possibility around July 11th to July 17th that there could be an outbreak of a virus like smallpox, because this is mentioned in the stories of this Pada. The WHO organization had a simulation of smallpox in April. And so when I heard about the story of the Pada, then I started looking up smallpox. What is smallpox doing? And then I saw that the simulation happened in April of this year. And when they have these simulations that they call simulations, they call it, it's usually right before the event occurs. And so they're preparing for the event to occur and creating the event, or I won't get into that, but we all know what I'm talking about. So during their simulation, it happens on a ship in Africa, I believe. But recently there was an outbreak on a ship in Vancouver with the measles, and there's all these cases popping up. So there's always a similar event that occurs months later, like COVID, for example, was one of them. There's a simulation, then COVID happened. This always happens. So it's something to look out for. Also, July 21st, around there, Mars, when it conjuncts K2, it will be in Purva Bhadra Pada and Pada 4. This is Scorpio Navamsha, so this is where health issues can come up, like diseases. But it's also about shared resources, taxes, unearned wealth, time we spend after marriage, secrets, insurance, taxes. A battle with leaders in relation to these things can happen, or it can go in a different direction. Some can have spiritual transformations. Secrets can be revealed. Death of a leader can happen. Headless actions by leaders or celebrities that lead to death. Purva Falguni is about luxury living. Heightened ego can occur here. It's about pleasure, relationships, and procreation. Sexual crimes can happen here that can affect the entertainment industry, like people getting arrested for that, and marriages. It also shows a lack of care for resources, and family or spouse can come into play because they are concerned with fulfilling their own desires, and can bring themes of cheating or multiple partners. So there could be like anger that happens because people find out someone's been cheating and they went in a different direction. Or having multiple homes, land, or real estate, because this is Mars, and not being able to take care of all of them and having to sell one or go into a different direction. And the same goes for the relationship, where there can be a split. Now, it also reminds me of right now in LA, there's this new tax in LA for homes, I think, that are over $10 million. That's coming into effect, I believe, in July. So there's a lot of celebrities selling their homes right now for very cheap so that they don't have to pay this tax. So this could have to do with that. And it's very funny how this is happening already, because they said that this tax can affect LA so bad, just like in 2007 with the housing crisis. And if you watched any of my previous videos, I said that there is a strong possibility when Rahu conjuncts the moon of the US, which I believe happens at the end of this year, that the housing crisis can happen again. That was similar to 2007. I believe the end of this year or the beginning of next year. Then on July 16th, Sun goes into Cancer. So now we switch from our focus being on communication and travel to more inwards, to more of our emotions and how we feel. The soul goes within. On July 17th to August 11th, Mercury turns retrograde. and retrograde creates an obsession, a reversal in luck in this area. Delays can happen as Mercury wants us to revise all the matters related to Cancer, which is the home, inner emotions, real estate industry, including hotels and Airbnbs. Some may find it difficult purchasing a home or renting during this time, or even a car, as there may be problems with the contract. Better to double check everything. Gossiping can happen. Problems with Wi-Fi communication, internet hackers, problems with the mother. It'll be an Ashlesha Nakshatra from July 6 to July 29. So these are matters of attachment. What might I be clinging to that doesn't serve me, or at the worst is poisonous to me? It's all about psychological healing, revisiting practices, or revisiting counselors, and also people who are beginners in Kundalini, like Kundalini Yoga, for example. Then on the 29th, it goes into Pusha Nakshatra until the 21st of August. Then it'll go back into Ashlesha. But when it's in there, it's about feeling safe, the home, those who nurture us, like the mother. But before Mercury goes into Pusha Nakshatra, we also have a moon in Pusha Nakshatra. So whatever you do during that moon, and that moon comes on the 24th. So whatever you do during that moon, remember, you're gonna have to revisit it on the 29th, so 5 days later, until August 21st. So it sounds like whatever happens during that moon is going to be very important. But before that moon, Ketu will transit into Purva Falguni on the 20th of July. I'm going to tell you the story about Purva Falguni really quickly. So it's about the Shiva Lingam. So in the story, the sages were living in the Himalayas, in the forest. This is in the Golden Age. And they were tormented by Shiva, who would visit them in the wild, naked, and then all the women would be seduced by his erect phallus. And then the sages, they were very narrow-minded, and they cursed Shiva's phallus so it would fall off, because they did not like this. And Shiva respected their wishes and then made himself become castrated. So as soon as this happened, the balance of the universe completely became unsettled. And then so Brahma, who's the creator, intervenes, asks the sages to worship the linga that they had castrated out of their foolishness. And then Shiva's pleased by this worship and devotion. And then his linga got put back on again. And then thus the universal balance is restored. So in modern times, it's all about creativity, prosperity, and also procreation. But in modern times also, it's used for prostitution, ego, seeing how many guys a girl can sleep with in a night, which is what is happening right now. Or for like sex symbols like Madonna, for example, where sex becomes a battleground between the ego, love, and harmony. Because of this story, there could be a lot of people putting men down during this time. Or maybe men actually getting castrated, men not being able to procreate is very, very possible due to diseases. I'll have an entire video about this where I'll break it down. But it's about the enjoyment after the throne. So this can bring both creative talents from the past life, have to do with projects or products that have to do with women, and any kind of technical work, like video programming, for example, and can make individuals overly sexual due to their egotistical desires, wanting attention at all costs. And this is the nakshatra of comforts and luxury. So some can gain this based on past life merits, or there can be a split in direction where it's either lost or given up for spiritual pursuits. Relationships can end, or past life relationships can come back. Celebrities doing anything for attention, like the early 2000s. People being obsessed with physical appearance and superficiality, surgeries to do so. Some might do anything to appear richer even if they are not. K2 is also separation. There could be people wanting to separate themselves from this and go the opposite way and become more humble and more minimalistic. This is procreation, so some may have children, but some may also feel separated by them, because during this month the sun will be in Cancer, 12 from its sign, and children may want to go to distant lands. Marriages can happen from past life connections or with foreign people. People who are less involved will have very egotistical traits and pride, especially power and authority. Then on July 23rd, we have Venus square Mars. There's a conflict between our resources and our actions, relationships and anger. Ego fights over money and property. can involve leaders, the housing industry, farmers, the dairy industry, teachers, and spiritual leaders. There's a lot to do with the dairy industry this month and housing. A lot to do with that. Now, on July 24th, the Sun trines Saturn. Some agreement with leaders and civil servants happen. July 24th, there is the new moon in Cancer in Pusha Nakshatra. See Pusha again. And there is a battle over resources here. The battle can affect the real estate market, restaurant business, safety of others, dairy products, and industry. Revising the matters of trade, transport due to losses in war. Saturn is trining the moon and sun, which creates a harmonious aspect between our long-term goals and the patience and confidence in order to achieve them. In the matters of foreign matters, places, education, long-distance travel, judges, and law. Mercury at this time will be in retrograde in Ashleisha, and the war is happening because Mars and Ketu are both in the second house. Over resources or in families, ego conflicts can happen, but we can also achieve stability and safety with a fight. Venus is in the 11th house, so money and gains can come through our alliances and groups, but also for the sale of a home, as Mars and Ketu can help an individual have the courage to let go of home items, property, money, or family business. Then on July 25th, Venus will go into Gemini, so relationships become more focused on communication. Money is made from self-efforts, walking in short distances. Travel increases, especially with others, going on walks. Money is spent on learning, books, writing, or business, and that rely on speech. Revisiting or re-listening to spiritual leaders, those that you can share your emotions with, as Mercury will be in retrograde in Ashleisha, which is Kundalini, or beginner tantrics as well. It will conjunct Jupiter, which can create those who are attached to their own spiritual beliefs in extreme ways, as if their way is the only way. Mercury in Ashleisha can create gurus who are con artists. When Mercury is in Ashleisha, many can be trying to con others with their words. People can play mind games. People who are too attached to their relationships or knowledge in a toxic way. And then on August 20th, Mars will go into Virgo. So Mars will be making an opposition with Saturn, which will be exact next month. So creating conflicts, accidents, and frustrations, violent acts. Virgo and Mars are both indicators of challenges, conflicts, civil servants, health issues. This can be civil servants versus migrants and those in lower income, those who rely on government services, the health industry, and the elderly. Jupiter will be in Ardhara Nakshatra all month, and it'll go from 2nd, 3rd, and 4th pada. Now, June 28th till July 12th is when some people will be inclined not to pay others for their work, so get the money up front. July 12th to July 27th, there can be a big win all of a sudden and you get money out of nowhere. Big money can come from trade and gambling, the markets. If you're wishing for this for a long time, make sure that you donate some of it. Or if you made a promise to someone or to God, say, for example, that if XYZ happens, I will make sure I will do this, make sure you don't break that, as you can get bad karma. The moon is on the 10th. This is on the 12th. So something good happens with trade, which affects the stock market. Then on July 27th to August 12th, be careful trusting people, especially spiritual leaders, as some may prove to be different than what they portray. So that's just a little bit about what I see happening in the month of July. I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.